we are going to just jump right in. I hope that as you guys listen today, that you will find just a spark in our story and that you can really see what this business is all about, what it's done for us, but more importantly, what it could do for you. My name is Cassie Rainey, and I'm joined here today with two of my dear friends, Allie and Jody. The three of us have been walking this road for almost 10 years together. It's been such a gift and something that I just treasure and value. So thank you guys for both being on today. So we're all going to share our story and we are going to just share really what this business is about, what it's done for us. But again, like I said, we want you to see the vision of what it could do for you. So, a little bit about my story. I am a mom of 9 children. Our youngest is 8, our oldest is about to turn 20. I have been a ministry wife. My husband was a pastor for 15 years. And I tell you, we really were in this place in our lives where I was raising my kids, I was homeschooling them. We were super active and involved in our church. But after years and years of back-to-back pregnancies and really just pouring out in that season where I had a lot of little ones, a lot of people needed my time and energy, I found that I had put my own health on the back burner. I felt like I really, truly and just kind of hit a brick wall one day where I was exhausted. I was struggling with my mood, really struggling to even get out of bed most days, really in this place of just survival mode. And I just didn't like that I was becoming the mom that was parenting from the couch. My kids were watching cartoons all day, and I was just trying to muster up enough energy to take them to the park or to get down on the floor and play games with them. But I was really, truly just chained to my coffee pot. I was drinking so much coffee all day, really struggling with cravings, sugar, all the things that I just needed to get by every single day. And I really found that I just had no joy in motherhood. I was just feeling like I was kind of in that space of like, I didn't even recognize myself anymore. And so in that season is when I just hit rock bottom and I was doing all the research. I was like, I've got to find a way out of this. I had heard about Plexus. Actually, I had heard about Plexus for a while, but I was super skeptical about it, never really looked into it until one day, somebody that I really trusted, a doctor that I had been working with, shared with me about Plexus and really what it all was about. And so I was like, okay, like I have to do this. I have to try. And so I jumped in and I started with the gut health system. And I tell you, um, something shifted. Something shifted within that first week. And these supplements are not miracles, but I will tell you, it was the first time in years that I felt a glimpse of myself. I felt like kind of that dark cloud began to lift. My energy became like came back. My kids, my husband, they all noticed a difference. And it was something that was like, I knew that this was the answer to the prayers that I had been begging God for help. But in that season of our life, we did not have any way to afford anything in our budget, truly. Like we were in ministry, but we were also we were just in a really hard season of life. And we were just buried under a lot of debt, a lot of medical debt. Our son had been diagnosed with a lot of medical things, and we just put it all on credit cards. We had hospital bills, all the things. And we got to this place where we couldn't even put food on our table. So the thought of putting supplements into our budget was really, there was no question that it was even something that I could do. So I was in this kind of space, this tension of I knew that I needed the products, but I couldn't afford them. And so I learned that there was a referral program with Plexus. And I was like, great, I've done that before where I've, shopped with other companies, had a referral link, and it's something, a product that I loved. And so, of course, I would tell my friends and they'd use my link and I'd earn a little bit, right? So that really was my thought going in because Plexus's referral program is crazy generous. I knew that I could earn about $300 just by helping three friends get started on their health journey. So I was like, perfect. Like I can cover the cost of my products. I'll have enough for the next month and the next month. This is great. Then what happened was those friends that I shared with began to see results. And at the same time, I was brand new on my products. I began to like really fall in love with the products and know that I had to be on these forever. Like I knew that this was what I needed in my life. And so came to this place where I was like, okay, like I'm going to dip my toes in a little bit more. I'm not just going to share with a couple friends. I am going to really invest in this because I believe in these products. I believe that this is something I could do to provide for my family as well. And truly, I was like, if I could make $500 to $1,000 extra a month, that would have like truly saved our family. So that's what we did. My husband and I, he was like, absolutely. I believe in you. I believe in these products. I believe in this company. Jump in. And so I did. And we have not looked back. It has been 10 years. And what we have seen is we have built this community of people who have found like life-changing results with the products, life-changing results with the business, and really have found a community that has become family. It's something that I didn't know how much I needed in my life. It has allowed us to climb out of debt, to say yes to international adoption. We have three children that we were able to say yes to from China. And to be honest, kind of that financial struggle was the reason we never could say yes to it prior. So Plexus has allowed us to say yes to God's calling. Um, we now are able to provide medically for our kiddos with needs. We have been able to bring my husband home full time. Our kids have been able to be, I mean, they've had dad home, mom and dad home for the last, I think, 7 years, 8 years, and that is truly a blessing. It's allowed us to say yes to private education, travel, sports, all the things. It's paid for everything that our family needs. And we're a family of 11, and that is no easy feat at all. But more than anything, more than all of that, it has given our family the ability to say yes to what is right, what our kids need, what our family needs. It's given us choices. Another blessing that I want to talk about is the incredible trips that Plexus provides. So, my husband and I had not been on a trip for 15 years since our honeymoon at that time. So I came into Plexus. We had not been on a trip in 15 years. And that was one of the very first things that happened was when I said yes to this business. I earned a trip. It was called a leaders retreat. And I got to take my husband to, it was this beautiful Gaylord hotel. It was so swanky. It was amazing. But what has happened since then is Plexus has given us these luxury trips and these beautiful, amazing experiences every year. Most often, we get to go on 2 to 3 luxury trips a year, that is paid for by Plexus. Um, it's not for us, it's not about the trip, the traveling necessarily. It is about the memories that we get to make. Because before that, we were in survival mode where we did not have the opportunity to even think about going on trips. We were trying to pay our bills and put food on our table. So the fact that we now get to have these amazing trips so that we can make memories with the ones that we love and the community that we have here at Plexus, but also with our family. And so this upcoming February, we get to go to this incredible resort, Moon Palace Resort in Cancun, Mexico. And we want to share just a little bit. I know Jody and Allie are going to share as well, but a little bit about what is possible. So you can earn this trip. I'm going to run for this. I'm going to be there. Jody and Allie will. We're going to have a lot of people from our team earning this trip, and they're going to go and they're going to take a guest with them. But I want to paint the vision for you because this is possible for you. Actually, this contest, the way it's built, you get to help others find health, start their health journey. And when you do that, you get blessed in return, of course, with an incredible, generous referral program where you can earn lots and lots of cash. And we have next day pay. So you help somebody get started today, you will have money in your bank account tomorrow within 24 hours. And so, if you are interested in what it looks like to earn a couple thousand extra and run for this amazing trip in Cancun where you and a guest can come, we want to tell you this is the time. There has never been a better opportunity to jump in and to say yes to Plexus. And this trip is really designed to be earned by people who are brand new, by people who are sharing and who are passionate about serving others. And so we're super excited. We are all going to be doing it, and we would love to share more about it with you. But I will tell you, after almost 10 years of building this life and this business, um, truly it's the friendships, the connection, the community that that's everything. I am here and I'm here for life because it has changed my life. It has changed my family's life. And I'm so excited for you to get to hear from Jody and Allie as well, to hear what it has done for their family. But I want you, as you're listening, to think about what it could do for you and your family because it is life changing. And so that's a little bit about my story. You're going to get to hear now from Jody, who has it been 10 years? It's been right at coming up at 10 years, right? In October?
In October, it will be 10 years, which
Oh, amazing.
is wild.
It is wild. It is wild. Well, I will let you share. Your story is so amazing. And then we'll hear from Allie as well.
Perfect. Yes, I'm Jody, and I'm a mom of two, sophomore in college, almost sophomore in high school tomorrow. And when I started, they were little, which is so wild. But just like Cassie, I didn't start for the business. I started because I was maintaining miserable with my health. And I had been basically since I was 5 and had an emergency appendectomy. And from that time, I had health issues, stomach issues, chronically sick all the time. It just escalated the older I got. I had a specialist for everything, you guys, everything. Multiple surgeries. I could barely eat any food without feeling sick. I was exhausted all the time. I never slept through the night. So my naturopath was like, you have got to fix your gut. Your body's attacking everything. And I had seen Cassie start to share about these gut health products. And I thought, well, that could be the answer. And I felt like I'd tried everything else. So I was like, I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Except that we also were in ministry at the time and had, I mean, stacks of medical bills. And so I was like, I have to have these products paid for. And Cassie was like, just share your link. You know, you have people who need this. And I was like, of course everyone needs this, you know? And so my mom and two friends, I was like, do this with me. I don't know if it will work, but what if it does? And so they started shortly after I did. And within 4 months, you guys, I was like a brand new human. It was so crazy. My husband was like, what has happened? I have a brand new wife. My kids have a new mom. And it was true. Um, and even going back to my GI specialist, he was like, I would never know that this is the same insides of a person. He's like, don't ever stop what you're doing. And so I haven't. So almost 10 years later, I am still here. And I believe in this company more today than I did when I started, obviously, because our products work. They are foundational. They get to root issues. We are not masking things or putting band-aids on things. It's not just a fad diet. This is about real health, and that was what I was all about. And I was in, I was already in ministry. My heart is for helping people, and I was like, I have prayed for like 20 years to feel better, and now I do, and I cannot sit on that blessing. And so I continued to share and a business was born. Not my intention, but obviously like a new path for me. And it's been um, definitely like ups and downs, guys, just like anything else. It can be really hard some days, but it has been so worth it. And when I started, I also didn't know that 2 years in, that my daughter would have significant medical needs, that we would need travel every 3 months to California for a week at a time and thousands of dollars. And Plexus allowed me to be able to do that, to pay for that, to travel with flexibility. It allowed my husband to then go into business and start a business. We never would have been able to do that if it weren't for the paycheck that had been coming in with Plexus. If you have kids, you know that sports and club sports is really expensive. And I love that I can say yes to my son, that he gets to do something that he absolutely loves. Um, and I don't have to say no to those things. He has opportunities that we wouldn't have otherwise. And like Cassie said, the trips, I mean, we traveled, we went to places all over the world in ministry. We had to raise money to do that, right? And traveling is something we love to do. And so when I watched other moms just like me earning these trips, I was like, what in the world? And then I thought, well, if they can do it, why can't I? And so I began to be able to dream again, like, oh my gosh, we could do these things too. And like Cassie said, every year we've been on luxury trips on Plexus's dime now for like 9 years for me. And it has been incredible. We love the memories we get to make. Our family doesn't like things like I don't go pay for my nails and get my hair done. That's not my thing. But what is making memories and like having adventure and trips. And this has been one of the avenues for that. So I've gotten, I've been able to take my husband, I've been able to take my whole family. The last two leaders retreat trips, I've been able to take two different friends. Like I said, hey, come with me. It's my treat. I mean, how amazing is that? I never, ever imagined that that would be possible with a job that I would have. And also, one of the things that I know the two biggest things that people struggle with are health and finances. And our company offers a solution to both of those things. And there's no big startup fee. I don't carry products. I don't have to have parties, multiple times during the week. I don't have to leave my home if I don't want to. I get to do this from the car line, which I did for years, or, from my home office. Um, and it is incredible for women. Like so many workplaces have lots of restrictions for women and families. Like it doesn't offer the lifestyle that I want, is what I'm trying to say. I want to be able to make my own rules and hours. So if you're kind of like that, if you're a little rebellious, you don't like to follow the normal rules, this is probably a really great job for you. If you like to choose how you do things, because we are our own boss. And of course, we work together, we collaborate all the time, which is one of the things that I love. I love doing things in community and a team, but also it's flexible and we get to choose the way we do it. And it has just opened up so many opportunities for us that we never would have had if it weren't for Plexus. And I'm grateful every single day. And I can't wait to earn another trip, but I want to bring people with me. That to me is the joy of it, is bringing people along. This is not just for me. That's why I started sharing. It has never just been about me. I know that Cassie and Allie feel that way. This is for everyone else as well. So we hope that you'll come along with us. And now I'm going to kick it over to Allie, who lives in Central Oregon where I grew up. So, yeah, I love Allie. She's a fantastic mom and is amazing at this business. So I'm excited for you to hear from her.
Oh my goodness, thank you, Jody. You're so sweet. Yes, it is wonderful to live here in Central Oregon. I live in Bend, and I've been in Plexus for about the same time as Jody and Cassie, about 10 years, which is unbelievable to me. And I'm somebody who has gone through Plexus through a lot of life stages and a lot of life events. So I started Plexus as a brand new nursing mom of a 9-month-old baby boy. I was exhausted. I have autoimmune and thyroid issues. I had gained a bunch of weight. I was struggling with a lot of inflammation and digestive problems and terrible skin, just not feeling confident. I was pretty irritable. I was a tired mom. I was a very tired mom who was not giving my family the best of me. I was not giving them the wife and mother that they deserved to have. And so, again, I saw Cassie sharing about Plexus on Facebook. And I thought, you know what? If she could see some movement in like the energy and confidence and digestion spaces, I think I should give this a try. And I actually really wanted my husband to do it with me because I was a little bit nervous about my own commitment. And so I said, will you please do this with me? Will you support me in this? Let's do this together. If I'm taking it, you're taking it. Let's get on the gut health system, get some good vitamins, and let's take it together. And so we did. And I really underestimated the positive change that I would see in us over the next few months. I would say within weeks, we were sleeping so well. We were ditching the inflammation. We were like slimming out. You can see it in photos. Our family noticed. They noticed when we saw them at Thanksgiving and the holidays. Our sweet tooth was gone. My skin was clearing up. I wasn't all puffy. I was feeling so much more comfortable and confident because I was more joyful, more energetic. I wasn't bloated, and I wasn't struggling with all the things that like thyroid and autoimmune issues can bring to your life. Lots of struggles there. And I literally ditched all of them by supplementing properly and healing my gut and allowing my body to get rid of all the garbage and replenishing it with really good stuff that my body was soaking up really well. And so I could not believe it after a few months how wonderful my husband and I were feeling and how many people started asking us about it. They say, you guys look great. You look so happy. You look so slim. I just had a baby and I was not my best self at that time and right before I started Plexus. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm trying this Plexus stuff and you might want to try it too. I don't know anything about gut health. I don't know anything about supplements. I was not like the holistic crunchy mom. That was not me at the time. And I was like, here's a catalog. You can read about the products and see if they sound like something you would benefit from. And lo and behold, many people did. Many people in my friend and family network started the products 9.5, 10 years ago, just like me. And most of them are still on the products today, which is amazing and a true testament to how well they work. And they started them, they loved them, they felt so wonderful as well. And they were helped with so many of their personal wellness issues because everything really does have a root in the gut. So if your gut is whack, all of your wellness is going to be a mess. So I love that Plexus starts there and gets to the root of most health issues by healing our gut. And it made a difference for me and in my friend and family network, excuse me. And what I realized with all these friends and family ordering through my referral link that I didn't even really know how to use at the time was that this could be a very lucrative business venture. And as a stay-at-home mom with a little baby at home, I think a lot of you can understand how lonely that can feel and how it feels like Groundhog Day. You're like living the same day over and over, and you're just like, give me some adult interaction, please. Right. And so when I could help people and truly listen to them and show them solutions and then watch them find those solutions and feel awesome, that was so life-giving to me. And being a stay-at-home mom who could pour myself into something that was good and like doing good work and also bringing in income for our family, that I was like through the roof. Like my heart just jumped for joy when I was like, wow, my first few months I was able to bring in thousands of dollars for our family. I started in the fall just like Jody, and we had just moved away from all our friends and family to California for a job for my husband. And we didn't know if we were going to be able to pay for flights home for Christmas. That was the first year that we would spend Christmas away from our family. That was a big deal to us. And my Plexus income was able to pay for 3 plane tickets home for Christmas. And that was huge for us. That opened my eyes to what this opportunity could really do. And so I encouraged people around me to, let me know their testimonies and share their experiences with their friends. And if you love this, I think your friends are going to love it too. We all know people who sleep like garbage or are on, mood medications or need help in the digestive department, or they're struggling to lose weight and they're not quite finding the best solution for them. Or they're dealing with issues like I had, or me and, Jody and Cassie had. And we all know people that fit into some of those categories. And the cool thing is, targeting gut health and proper nutrition and nutrient absorption can solve a lot of that. Every single person on the planet can benefit from better health, and young and old. So I love that there's products for my kids to take, there's products for grandma to take, there's products for me and my husband to take, so everybody needs this. And I can confidently say when the products are taken like consistently with time, they work. They work and they're guaranteed to work. Guaranteed or your money back is basically what we'll tell you. And it's true. And very few people I find end up quitting on the products because they didn't work. A lot of times it's a consistency issue, which was me. That's why I wanted my husband to do it with me. I said, do this with me. I want to find a friend or a buddy or a family member to do this with me, because I know that in life sometimes I drop the ball. Like I do. So I encourage everybody, like, find your sister, best friend, mom, husband, babysitter, coworker, whatever, and be like, you know what? I want to try this and I really need someone to help me stay accountable, because you could be a whole new person in like 60 days. Like, you have no idea, you guys. I'm not kidding. And I underestimated how wonderful I would feel. After like 60, 90 days of commitment, I was a new woman. And I went on to have a really wonderful pregnancy with my second baby, a really wonderful postpartum experience. And now I cannot believe it. My kids are 7 and 10, which is insanity to me. But I went through a lot of life. We've moved several times. I've had lots of really traumatic family deaths that we went through, and, births and, all the things. I've lived through all of that while working my Plexus business and growing it, and the flexibility that a Plexus business provides you through life's crazy seasons is such a blessing, because it has allowed me to work when I could, as much as I can, in the spaces and times that I wanted to and that fit my life. And so I didn't have to show up for anybody else. I didn't have to punch a time clock. I didn't have to ask for time off when, crisis hit our family, or when I had another baby, or when my kid was sick, or travel, whenever I wanted to. I didn't have to answer to anybody, but I was still creating something stable and long-term with products that I know and love, that I have seen my immediate circle know and love for years, that I really believe in, and that I can confidently say are on the forefront of the whole health and wellness space, and where all science is kind of catching up to the importance of gut health and the reduction of inflammation and optimal nutrient absorption and all of that. You could really get nerdy on that, but I just feel like Plexus is the right place and it is the right time. We are thriving for good reason, because, like Cassie was saying, there's no better time to see what Plexus is all about. And just like Jody's family, we love, love, love to travel. And we were travelers. But when you are close budgeters, there's some seasons when you can travel, some seasons you can't. There's some places you can go, some places you can't. Sometimes you have to ask for work offs, and Plexus was able to give us the freedom to not have to pay for family vacations, which is insane. We have gone on multiple free family vacations from Plexus for the last several years. And on top of that, Plexus was able to give us enough financial flexibility and income for my husband to say he was walking away from his really stressful job that was causing him to travel away from us often. And it was starting to really weigh heavily on him, and he was feeling very stressed out. It was not good for the family. And we had the freedom to say, you know what? We don't need that. Plexus income is so wonderful. It's so lucrative. We had built it up for so many years that we were like, you know what? This is stable and lovely and a blessing. Let's step away from something that's not serving us anymore. And that flexibility is probably one of the biggest blessings that Plexus has ever given our family, to not have to be a slave to a career that's not serving our family when it was growing. And we wanted to spend time with our kids while they're little. And now, we have mom and dad home full time with our kids. And our littlest, our 7-year-old, doesn't know it any other way. He does not remember a time when daddy was working out of the house. So that kind of blessing is truly incredible, and it is fathomable, and it is possible for your family. And it wasn't even something we set out to do when I started Plexus. It was a surprise blessing that came along the way because family situations change. Things happen, trauma happens, medical diagnoses happen. There's things that happen in your life that you want to be prepared for. You want to be building something as a plan B because someday it might be your plan A, right? And so we are excited to now be able to tell our kids that we get to take them on another all-inclusive vacation because of mom's job. Like, mom works Plexus, she helps people feel awesome day in and day out, and just for doing that, we get to take the family on a free all-inclusive vacation to Cancun, Mexico. My kids like flipped when they saw where we're going, Moon Palace. I even had friends tell me, I've been there, it's the most incredible resort, you're gonna love it so much. And I have loved hearing that, and it's so exciting to be able to give that gift to my children and my family and not have to worry about how we're paying for it or asking for work off or any of that. So those blessings are incredible, and that's just like on top of the compensation, right? And Cassie alluded to just a few referrals, can get you hundreds of dollars if that's what you're looking for. If you're like, I can't really afford these products, but I'd love to get started on them and I feel like I really need them, well, we can instantly get you cash tomorrow because Plexus has next day pay. If you are somebody who wants to make several $1,000s over the next few months, absolutely, we are here for you. We have been there, we've lived it, we've done it. We can tell you exactly how to do it and how to earn a vacation for your family. If you're someone who's thinking, I would love to dive into this and see how I could make this a career, because the generation of referral codes is here to stay, right? It's like referring things is not new. And this business model is one that is so valid because you're not just grinding for $5, $10, 5% here and there. You're actually building something that is going to leverage your time and allow you to earn even when you're not working. You can earn even if you're not online, right? You're not just sitting there in front of your phone or computer. You're actually living your life with your family and the people that you love, because you are pouring into people and raising up people to do exactly what you do and love serving others and love seeing people, heal their bodies from the inside out and then share that wellness with others. So it's a beautiful thing that I have come to know and love and really believe in, and it's given back to our family in countless ways. So what we are looking to now is start this next season of a bunch of friends like you who's probably watching this that want to go to Cancun with us, because we are going to earn it all together. We are bringing our families and friends, and everybody's coming with us, and so we want you to do it with us too. And the cool thing is, you'll not only get an all-inclusive vacation, you're going to earn like several $1,000s while you're at it, and you're going to feel awesome, right? You're going to become like your best self. So we hope that you will reach out to us. Have the courage to say, hey Allie, hey Cassie, hey Jody, can you tell me a little more about that? What does that look like? And we would have an honest chat with you of like what that looks like and what we do every day. But it's so fun. It's so fun. And we hope that you come on this trip with us, and we hope that you will just step into this and understand that you can totally do this, because we knew nothing and we did it. And so we can show you exactly how to do what we did. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to our stories today, and I hope they have inspired you, and I hope you'll comment or message one of us, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks, guys.